He recovered an entire Israelite nation out from bondage. He's repaired and broken relationships and friendships. Those that were barren, look at Abraham and Sarah. He restored them. He had them covered. God recovered each and every sin. He restored our lives from each and every sin that we'd ever committed through the righteousness of Christ. Now, we talked earlier about big sins and little sins that we categorize. You know, if we thank God that He doesn't ask us or demand us to name our sins so that we can become saved. He just says acknowledge that we're a sinner. But if we even started to do that, I'm quite sure that we would be able to remember the top few big ones. But we would forget those down at the bottom. We talked about this in Sunday school this morning about the justice of God and how when you're serving God, you just do what you're supposed to do because you don't want to. You do it first of all because you love God. But secondly, because you don't want to experience the justice of God. Or not. And several people gave their instances of forgetting to pay for something when they left the store or didn't pay enough or whatever the case may be. You know, it's God's got us all covered here. But we forget those little things. We forget the fact that we didn't. Maybe we were in the grocery store and we decided we wanted some grapes. Y'all already sniffing. You know where I'm going. You don't pay for grapes in by the bagful, do you? How do you pay for them? By the pound. Yeah, we'll put those grapes up there in our cart, and as we're finishing shopping, we'll eat some grapes. I'll quit meddling now. Thank God that He has recovered our lives from every one of those sins. From the grapes, to the lying, to the cheating, to the stealing, and on and on and on. God is covered. We need to be encouraged this morning that He's got us covered. And not only that, we need to declare God's goodness in our life because of the power that we've received as recipients of His grace. We're to declare the glory of God because He's recovered us. He's recovered us and then He covers us. It's a double blessing. He's covered us with the blood of Jesus, and it's the best gift that we could ever receive. The best gift we could ever receive. So He covers His children. Who's His children? Those that have accepted Him. He covered us from head to toe, even in the midst of our mess-ups and our mishaps and our mistakes. God is covered. You know, for me at least, it's amazing when you think about and receive the greatness of the glory of God. Stop and think about the Creator of this world has got us covered. He said, Ray, I've got you back. When the enemy comes out to attack you and to knock you down and tell you all sorts of lies, I got you back. And for me, that's amazing to think about that we can receive the greatness of the glory of God in our life. We go back all the way to the book of Genesis when mankind sinned and lived in shame before God. He covered us. He made provisions to cover mankind two ways. You read the story, He made clothes from fig leaves for them. So He had them covered physically. But more importantly, He had us covered spiritually. Covering us spiritually. And He does that both individually and collectively. You know, this is not just for a preacher or just for a Sunday school teacher or just for a deacon, Lord, remember? It's for every person. So as individually, but as collectively, we're all in the church of God. And that's not a denomination. this to a close, Sister Tina. Richard can start making your way. Don't overlook the fact that the promises in these first 4 verses of Psalm 91, they are dependent upon conditions. Oh, you'll mess it up now, preacher. You were doing so good. It says, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. So, that's the condition, and here's the promises. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. So the first 2 verses tells us what we should do, and the next 2 verses tells us what God will do. It kind of parallels that verse where Jesus used in John chapter 15. He said, if you abide in me, then I will abide in you. And without me, you can do nothing. Essentially, God is saying, I don't merely want a relationship with you. I want fellowship with you. You know, we have acquaintances and we have friends.